Storage account keys are 512-bit strings created by Azure that, along with the storage account name, can be used to access the data objects stored in the storage account. For example, blobs, entities within a table, queue messages, and files on an Azure file share. Controlling access to the storage account keys controls access to the data plane for that storage account. Each storage account key has two keys, referred to as Key 1 and Key 2 in the Azure portal and in the PowerShell commandlets. These keys can be regenerated manually using one of several methods, including but not limited to using the Azure portal, PowerShell, the Azure command line interface, or programmatically using the .NET Storage Client Library or the Azure Storage Services REST API. There are any number of reasons to regenerate your storage keys. You might regenerate them on a regular basis for security reasons. You would regenerate your storage account keys if someone managed to hack into your application and retrieve the key that was hard-coded or saved in a configuration file, giving them full access to your storage account. Another case for key regeneration is if your team is using a Storage Explorer application that retains the storage account key and one of the team member leaves. The application would continue to work, giving them access to your storage account after they are gone. This is actually the primary reason they created account-level shared access signatures, which we are going to look into very shortly. You can regenerate your keys in the Azure portal. Once keys are regenerated, they can take up to 10 minutes to be synchronized across storage services. Assuming that you are currently using Key 1 and you are going to change everything to use Key 2 instead, regenerate Key 2 to ensure that it is secure. Then, in all of the applications where the storage key is stored, change the storage key to use Key 2's new value, then test and publish the application. After all of the applications and services are up and running, regenerate Key 1. This ensures that anybody to whom you have not expressly given the new key will no longer have access to the storage application. If you are currently using Key 2, you can use the same process but reverse the key names. Another option is to put the storage account key in an Azure Key Vault as a secret and have your applications retrieve the key from there. Then when you regenerate the key and update the Azure Key Vault, the applications will not need to be redeployed because they will pick up the new key from the Azure Key Vault automatically. Azure Key Vault is a cloud service that safeguards encryption keys and secrets like certificates, connection strings, and passwords. Because this data is sensitive and business critical, you need to secure access to your key vaults by allowing only authorized applications and users. Access to a key vault is controlled through two interfaces: the management plane and the data plane. The management plane is where you manage Key Vault itself. Operations in this plane include creating and deleting key vaults, retrieving the key vault properties, and updating access policies. The data plane is where you work with the data stored in the key vault. You can add, delete, and modify keys, secrets, and certificates. Both planes use Azure Active Directory for authentication. For authorization, the management plane uses role-based access control, and the data plane uses a key vault access policy. You create a key vault in a resource group and manage access by using Azure Active Directory. To grant access to a user to manage key vaults, you assign a predefined key vault contributor role to the user at a specific scope. A role-based access control role assigned at the subscription level applies to all resource groups and resources within that subscription. A role-based access control role assigned at the resource group level applies to all resources in that resource group. A role-based access control role assigned for a specific resource applies to that resource. In this case, the resource is a specific key vault. Let's take a quick hands-on look into how to grant data plane access to our key vault resource.